Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Just in, Peyton Manning makes it official, announces his plans for Senate. Here's the big announcement all Republicans, especially in Tennessee, have been waiting for. Will NFL legend Peyton Manning, arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the game, a man who has been spotted playing golf with President Donald Trump, run for a United States Senate, replacing retiring Senator Bob Corker? What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe so? Turns out the answer is wait for it, no. Manning made the announcement this morning via radio chat that he will not seek to represent the volunteer state in the U.S. Senate. Manning noted, "Zero consideration. It's funny. I said this a while back. Somebody said I was going to go run a team. Somebody said I was going to go be a broadcaster. Now they're saying I might be a senator. Next week I'm going to be an astronaut." He added, "Look, I certainly have an interest in politics and in our country. I just have zero interest in being a politician." What Peyton is saying is certainly understandable. He has been very successful outside of his playing days, with multiple endorsements on his resume. Why would Manning throw all that out the window just to be branded a racist by the lying, conniving mainstream media? Doesn't make sense. Manning concluded by saying, "I really enjoy right now selling pizza and insurance. I am a volunteer assistant on my son's football team. I'm trying to get a few pass plays in our offense right now. We only have running plays. I told the coach I cannot be involved with a team that has no pass plays." HT, Daily Wire. NFL players won't sleep tonight after hearing forward threat the president just dropped. President Trump took on the NFL and their owners in a video that was released on Thursday morning. The president told Pete Hegseth that NFL owners are afraid of their players. Trump told the Fox audience that the NFL cannot continue to disrespect this nation, the NFL cannot disrespect our country. They cannot disrespect our flag or our national anthem. "I think they're afraid of their players if you want to know the truth," Trump said. "That's the problem with the NFL. These owners are afraid to stand up to their players. They are afraid of being called racist by the mainstream media. They need to start counting their money right now. These NFL owners are going to need to see how much money they lose from the mismanagement of their teams." Share this if you think that if the NFL wants to remain the American sport that it is, it needs to respect this country. Plain and simple. Unbelievable. Nancy Pelosi just defended the president on the one thing Dems will go insane for. If you all thought the world was crazy before, then what Minority Leader Pelosi just let loose about her recent dinner with the president is really gonna blow you away. According to reports earlier this week, Pelosi kept getting interrupted at the dinner and eventually yelled out, "Does anyone listen when a woman speaks around here?" Well, it turns out one person there was listening to her. During a new interview with The Atlantic today, Nancy Pelosi went out of her way to defend President Trump's respect of her as a woman during the dinner. In a statement almost as shocking as Trump's election itself, Pelosi told The Atlantic, "By the way, it wasn't the president who was interrupting, let me be clear about that." She went on to say it was his cabinet members who kept talking over her. It turns out that Donald Trump was very respectful, to the point where she actually defended his honor. "I think what y'all are seeing is the most amazing thing that the president has accomplished since he took office. Trump just got the most leftist of the Democrat leaders to defend him and work with him. Do y'all want to know why this seems so shocking? It's because this is what bipartisanship looks like. This is something to be celebrated, not condemned. Let's share this out everywhere so people can see that America is actually beginning to function again." Huge when Trump just did the impossible for taxes in the Senate today. Leave it to President Donald J. Trump to manage to do in a matter of months what Republicans have been trying to accomplish for years. Earlier today, the president had a closed-doors meeting with the GOP senators. The meeting was pretty much entirely about fixing Obamacare and tax reform. Well, guess what? Trump did both. That's right. Right after the meeting ended, the Senate Budget Committee met up and passed the new tax reforms. Trump managed to swing both Ron Johnson and Bob Corker from no to yes during the lunch. Of course, the bill still needs to be voted on by all 100 senators, but this is still huge. As far as Obamacare goes, the president backed the Collins-Nelson bill, which will allow the government to reinsure insurance companies for high-risk individuals. He also put his unenthusiastic support behind the Alexander Murray bill to continue the main Obamacare payments to insurance. It's been a huge day for the president, but there is still a long way to go in the Senate before these bills pass. Let President Trump know what you think about his day so far in the comments. Also, on a side note to the Liberty Writers fans out there, both myself, Danny, and Paris have missed y'all and are glad to be back. God bless each and every one of you. Sarah Sanders just blasted the media back to the Stone Age over Trump's Pocahontas joke. Leave it to Sarah Sanders Huckabee to make sparks fly defending our president. She did not let the media get off easy at all when they started saying Trump made a racial slur about Native Americans today. When the reporters tried to do their framing tricks by saying things like "Why did the president use a racial slur?" Sarah was ready for all-out war. She reminded them that Trump is holding a ceremony honoring Navajo code talkers during World War II, and that's the whole reason he was there. Not only that, but Elizabeth Warren used her Native American claim to further her own political career. Of course, this whole hullabaloo started during the World War II vet ceremony today for the code talkers, when President Trump quipped, "I just want to thank you because you are very, very special people. You were here long before any of us were here. Although, we have a representative in Congress who has been here a long time, longer than you, they call her Pocahontas." There is no doubt that Elizabeth Warren used the whole American Indian claim to her advantage. Still, maybe the president chose a bad time to make an Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas joke. Look, nobody got hurt and there can still be no doubt the media looks to attack Trump for literally anything they can. Past that, y'all get to decide how you feel about the whole thing. Comment what you think below. After horrible riots, America's top lawyer just threatened Berkeley with something massive. The University of Berkeley is a big old mess right now. They love fighting and rioting and hurting anyone who speaks against the alt-left. In the last few weeks alone they have spent over $1.4 million on security and counseling for the Ben Shapiro and Milo Yiannopoulos speeches. Even with that spending, it turns out that they are still finding ways to screw over conservative speakers. Legendary lawyer Alan Dershowitz, a one-time Democrat, just dug up this nasty secret and now he is ready for the one word Californians fear most, lawsuit. He explained that, as a pro-Israel speaker, he is barred by Berkeley's 8-week barrier for high-profile guests. However, the administration will issue special waivers for leftist speakers, allowing them to push their own views far more heavily. So we have the 8-week barrier. Whereas anti-Israel speakers don't have the 8-week barrier, and I'm going to sue Berkeley if they don't allow me to speak. They may make me wait 8 weeks and allow anti-Israel speakers to come within 3 or 4 days. That's a lawsuit. The worst part is that Berkeley is a publicly funded university using taxpayer money to push their own political agendas. That, Dershowitz sees it the issue where he will file the suit on. He also explained that the riots are not protests. They have no substance or message. They are simply to silence the opposition. That's wrong and I, for one, don't want to pay for that. Show Berkeley Dershowitz is not alone and we can and will defund them if they don't stop their insanity. Spread this everywhere and let them know. Pittsburgh Steelers just announced their unbelievable plans for the national anthem on Sunday. The Pittsburgh Steelers have one of, if not the, largest fan bases in the NFL. They're right up there with the Dallas Cowboys, Chicago Bears, and Green Bay Packers. Naturally, most fans were royally ticked off when the entire team refused to leave the locker room for the national anthem. Well, the entire team with the exception of one player. That would be offensive lineman Alejandro Villanueva, a Bronze Star winning West Point graduate. Oh, he's also a former Army Ranger. Today, another offensive lineman for the Steelers is making some big news. Maurkice Pouncey just announced what the team plans to do during the anthem this coming Sunday. Per the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Pouncey makes it abundantly clear, "I promise you one thing this week, we'll all be standing out there for the national anthem. Trust me. We respect our flag and we respect the military. I think the bigger message was we were trying to stay out of it. That we should unite inside. It was all about the flag. It was just a big misunderstanding. Trust me, I'm very sorry to anyone who feels the way they do. I care about the flag dearly. Trust me, this team will be out there standing Sunday." Boom. Now that's more like it. Pouncey added that the entire team will participate. "As far I know it's 100%. We're going to go out there as the Pittsburgh Steelers. If not, you'll have something to talk about. As far as I know everyone on the Pittsburgh Steelers will go out there." Good. Now let's see it happen. Great again. What Trump is set to ban has all conservatives cheering, libs are furious. Are you ready for this one, folks? It's a doozy. President Donald Trump is set to ban abortion after 20 weeks. Can you say big leak? Here's the one small, teeny, tiny, infinitesimal catch. Both the House of Representatives and Senate actually have to do their jobs and pass the bill. Don't forget, Republicans own both, yes, both, houses of Congress. This should be a no-brainer. Right? Hopefully. The bill is sponsored by Arizona Republican Trent Franks. The House will vote on October 3rd. According to the Daily Wire, this legislation is a high priority for America's 45th president, as you'd expect it to be. Pro-life leader and Susan B. Anthony List President Marjorie Dan Empfelser, who is confident the bill will make it to Trump's desk, said, "We want to be there for the woman, and we know we need a lot to protect the children." She added, "The other thing that is different this time is that the President of the United States, who I talked with last night at the White House about this, considers it a high priority. So this has become now a national conversation, not just a conversation that you have off on the sidelines." House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, RCA, noted, "Not only will passing this legislation keep a promise we made, but all the work is for the same goal, ending suffering and helping people live. Let's just hope Congress does their job and protects the unborn, the most innocent amongst us." How liberals can continue to campaign for genocide in 2017, which is what abortion truly is reprehensible.